Hello, curl friends and guys. Welcome back to the channel, The Silver Crown. If this is your first time coming by, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you'll stick around and give us some tips or tricks or whatever it is that you've been doing that has made your hair journey successful. Also, we don't mind if you share your challenges as well. And for my new subscribers, thank you, all of you that subscribed this week and last week. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm glad that you have an interest in what we're doing over here at the Silver Crown. And I hope that you'll stick around too. Hope you're not disappointed. Anyway, today is going to be like a question and answer period. I have a list of questions here that naturals are asked a lot of times. And so I have 10 questions here that I have been asked at one time or another. And I decided to just do a video about it and answer them all at one time. And then if you have any other questions, just make sure you leave your question in the comment section below and I can answer that in another video, or I can send you a private message if you private message me and give me your email address. I'll be happy to get back to you. So the first question that seems to come up a lot is, how long have you been natural? Well, let's see. This coming January, I think, will be 2 years that I did my medium chop. But before that, I transitioned, right? So I transitioned for about a year before I even did a medium chop on my hair. So hope that answers that question. Number 2, why did you go natural? I did a video about this a while ago. And the reason that I went natural is because I noticed that the chemicals were thinning my hair. So I had been using relaxers in my hair since I was about 15 years old. And I started out using products that weren't really made for, well, I just, they burned your scalp and all that kind of stuff. And I knew to get away from that and to find something a little bit milder. But my hair was thinning. I was getting older and my hair was starting to thin out, and I was tired of seeing little clumps in the bathtub or in the shower after I got out. So that's what inspired me to go natural. Number 3. Do you wear wigs or weaves? I used to. When I moved to Canada, British Columbia, Canada, it was a completely different climate from what I've been used to for the last nearly 30 years in Oklahoma, which is where I am right now. The weather there is very wet. It can be wet for about 6 months out of the year. And you really can't do anything with your hair. Even if you have a relaxer, you can't do anything with your hair because it'll just, if you have a relaxer and your hair gets wet, then it just goes straight. And the humidity would just make your hair go straight. So the only thing I could do was pull my hair back in a ponytail or put on a wig or wear a weave. Well, I didn't wear weaves, but put a wig on, or something like that. I got sick of doing that. I don't think I look good in them. And yeah, so I don't wear them anymore, no. Number 4, what is your go-to hair product? My go-to hair product right now are the natural soaps that I'm making. However, I do have one that's in my staple arsenal, and that is Shea Moisture's shampoo and conditioners for dry, damaged hair. I will use that when I'm not using my own soap. I have not made my own conditioner, but I have made 31 different kinds of my own soap. So I have a lot to choose from and a lot in my stock that I can choose from if I just want to try something from out of that. And having said that, let me put a very good plug in for myself. My soaps are fabulous. So if you want to try something, just email me at enoughgrace12 at AOL.com, and I can give you more information if you have any questions about my soap. Number 5. How do you keep your gray so white? I get asked that a lot. Every now and then, I will wear or use a product called Shimmer Lights. I don't use the conditioner, but I do have the shampoo. It's purple in color. Now, I don't know what it is about blue and purple shampoos and conditioners that help keep gray hair white and keep it from being brassy, but it does something with the oxidation or whatever it is that causes our hair to discolor. Also, if you want to make sure that your gray stays gray or silver, whatever color it is, and you use shea butter, it's probably best that you use the ivory colored shea butter, because our hair takes on the color or whatever it is you put on it, especially if it's white or silver. So I would recommend using Shimmer Lights. I only use it once a month or once every 5 or 6 weeks. And then other than that, I just avoid using products that have a lot of color in it. So that's what I would suggest in regard to that. Number 6. How long does it take you to twist your hair? It depends on how many twists I put in it. I don't really know how many twists I have in it right now, but this took me about 40 minutes to twist my hair, if that long. So if I make the twist bigger, then probably 30 minutes. So it just depends. It depends on how thick your hair is, how long your hair is, and all that. But for me, it usually doesn't take longer than, 30 or 40 minutes. Number 7. Have you dealt with discrimination because of your hair? I have not. I have heard of people going through all kinds of changes in the workplace and stuff like that because their hair is natural and they don't want to relax it, and they have to deal with dress codes and all that kind of stuff. All of the work that I do from my home, so I don't have that challenge. And when I went natural, I was already working from out of my home. I do a lot of ministry work from out of my home, and it has nothing to do with dress codes or anything like that. So I have not personally dealt with that, but I have heard of other naturals that have been fired or given warnings about their hair and all that kind of stuff. So anyhow, if that's happened to you, leave a comment in the comment section below and let us know what happened to you and how that happened to you. So I'd be interested in knowing about that, and perhaps we can do a live video one day about that kind of a thing. So number 8, can I touch it? Really? Really? It depends on what kind of a mood I'm in that day. If you are chasing me around my house, like some have been known to do, wanting to touch my hair because it looks fluffy because I'm wearing an afro that day or whatever, I might not be in the mood for being chased around the house so that you can get your grubby little paws in my hair. I've not had anyone, a stranger, walk up to me and say, "Can I touch your hair?" I haven't had that happen. I have heard of that happening. I know people who have had perfect strangers just walk up to them and just grab their hair and say, "Oh, your hair is so beautiful," or whatever. And I think I'd just be appalled if somebody did that to me. Oh my. I mean, when I think about something like that happening, my mind goes to, did you just come out of the bathroom? Did you wash your hands? I don't know you. Those kinds of things would go through my mind. I don't have a problem with people admiring my hair and saying, "Oh, your hair is so beautiful." I was at a meeting a couple of weeks back, and a gentleman of a different race came over to me and said hello, and I said hello, and he says, "How have you been?" I said, "I've been fine," and he says, it must have took you hours to do your hair. Now I had taken my twist out. And I said, no. He says, well, how long did it take? And I said, about 30 minutes. And he says, wow. And he just looked at it, right? I said, yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? And I kind of walked away from him. But he didn't do this deal. You know, he didn't come at me. And so I appreciate that. And I appreciate him admiring my hair or being fascinated by it. But that's a whole nother discussion, you know, that we can have one day about people just randomly touching your hair and all that, not understanding that your hair is not separate from the rest of your person. And most people don't appreciate being molested by strangers. But anyway, so can you touch my hair? Well, it depends. You better check my mood first, is all I'm trying to tell you. All right, number 9. What is your hair type? I have no idea. I can tell you my texture at different places in my hair. I can tell you that the front of my hair can be very dry. So I think the front of my hair is probably high porosity because it dries out very quickly. As far as the rest of it, I don't know. I just use what works in my hair. So I couldn't tell you what type of hair I have. I have no idea. And the last question, number 10, is, do you miss the convenience of relaxers? No, I don't miss relaxers because, like I said before, I saw what it was doing to my hair, thinning my hair out. And as you get older, sometimes your hair begins to thin anyway. And I don't, you know, I'm not rushing toward baldness. Thank you very much. If it's going to be thin, because of genetics or whatever, that's one thing. But I don't want to put harsh chemicals and things in my hair on a consistent basis that just destroy my follicles and destroys my hair. So I didn't come all this way to just turn back and go back to what I felt was destructive to me. Plus, those chemicals and things, when they leach into your system over time, they can be cancerous. So I think I'll just skip all that drama. No, I don't miss it. I don't see myself ever going back to that. I'm not knocking anybody that's doing that, but I have my reasons for not doing it, and I'll probably never go back to it. So that's it for today. Those are the questions that are most frequently asked me at one time or another. And so what is some of you guys have told me what your go-to products are and all that. But how long have you been natural? I'm going to ask you these 3 questions. How long have you been natural? How long does it take you to do twist? And why did you go natural? And leave your answers and your comments in the comment section below. And I will see you the next time I come on. Don't forget to subscribe and share this channel with your friends. And I'll see you the next time. Bye. Keep it natural.